Hey, I never asked you.
Yeah.
You like guacamole? Oh! Open! Oh, God!
Welcome to the Thunder Rooster podcast.
Welcome back, guys.
Our producer's giving sass today.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I feel it in my plums, Ron.
In the plums.
Feel it in my plums.
Right in my plums.
How we doing?
A sale today. 2 for the price of 1.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Today's January 1st, New Year's Day. Sounds like my son just woke up. It's a good thing our producer's not in the room right now.
Well, yes.
My son might make an appearance soon.
Might do that. Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And let's...
Did you actually make it through the ball drop or whatever?
Yeah, kind of.
Like I
was in and out. My wife was in and out too. Just tired.
I didn't even, it wasn't even in my mind that they were still doing the ball drop thing, I guess, because everything going on.
I caught some of the performances, dialogues and whatnot. It's all right. It's the best they could do, but it was really weird how they spaced people out in Times Square. They did. Yeah.
I just didn't think about it at all. It's like, part of me in the back of my mind at some point last night was like, I wonder what's on TV right now. And I didn't even bother to look, but we watched the Two Bears, One Cave live last night and saw Tom Segura's accident. It was pretty rough. It's one thing to see a random person you have no idea about, no connection to, do something like that, and you can just fucking laugh your ass off.
Sure.
Our clip from a couple weeks ago, dude jumping off the top rope, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
But watching that last night, I was like, oh no, this is somebody I like.
Well, you don't want to get hurt either way.
Yeah, but I had fun watching it. I didn't make it all the way through.
Yeah.
So
it's all right.
Me and my wife both were out before midnight last night. I woke up at 1:30. I was like, fuck.
That's it?
That's the telltale of getting old, But
that's true.
Anyhow, enough of that banter for today.
Yes.
Today we're doing something a little different. We might have talked about it before. Instead of just going through and just hammering a movie, so to speak, we're going to have an actor spotlight on it. So today is Will Ferrell.
Yes.
I've loved Will Ferrell ever since I first saw him in Austin Powers.
You shot me. You shot me in the arm.
It's so hot down here.
Yeah, that was the first time I think on the cinema side of things outside of SNL. But yes, we're doing characterization of Will the Thrill Ferrell.
Yeah. He has such a big career with movies and stuff. He's done everything from music soundtracks to producing and directing his own stuff, obviously acting.
To serious roles even.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not everybody's cup of tea.
No.
That's for sure.
No, that's definitely... I've seen over the years, there are people that are just not a fan of his comedy.
Yeah, he's one of those polarizing actors, like Adam Sandler, for instance.
Yeah, true.
I love Adam Sandler
so do
to
I.
death. And there's a lot of people that anytime I would mention I like one of his movies.
Oh, really? His movies are terrible. Ugh.
Like, all right, millennial, shut the fuck up.
But right, there is misconception amongst some, film goers. They're not into his comedy. They're not into his movies, and that's fine.
And just to straighten it up here, I'm a millennial, just saying. I just had a really old dad, so I feel like I was brought up in a different generation.
True that.
But, yeah. So what we've done, we put together our own list, kind of like we do in our pecking orders on some of our previous videos. But instead of going back and forth, putting like 20 lists on there. We're probably going to have a lot of the same stuff on our list. So we've narrowed it down to a top 7, and we combined our 2 lists together to make our top 7. So we're going to do that. We'll give 3 of our bottom picks. There's some real turds in there. But, I mean, having a career like Will Ferrell does, there's going to be bombs, and then there's going to be epic highs.
That's with any actor. You're going to have a whole collection of just masterpiece works. But guess what? You go through Bob De Niro's stuff, you're going to find some bad things.
I will say, there's one actor that I haven't been failed on yet, and that's Edward Norton. I have yet to see a bad Edward Norton movie.
I'll have to look.
I'd like somebody to challenge me on that. Maybe there's something I don't know about, but everything I've seen that
threw a humdinger at me. I can't even disagree with that.
He's even in a movie called Keeping the Faith with Ben Stiller and Jenna Elfman.
Yep.
Love that movie. Fell in love with that movie when I was a kid. Well, I don't know about kid. I was probably 11, 12 maybe. Mm-hmm. It's a late 90s film.
Yep.
Regardless, he's got comedy chops, that's for sure. Just to say the least. But Mr. John William Ferrell. He was born on July 16th, 1967. His father was a musician. He played, the saxophone and the keyboards?
That was absolutely, I did not know that. I was blown away with that.
Yeah. So he was a
touring artist for the Righteous Brothers.
Yeah, he's a full-on working musician.
That's big freaking deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
So you kind of got a little bit of the reach for the stars kind of attitude from the father. You know? Basically, he was going to do the whole clean cut thing, went to college, was going to be a banker, and he just kind of felt like he wanted to do comedy, and basically, Dad basically told him that,
yeah, that was
give it your all, and as long as you're happy with just, making a living off of it, because a lot of it's luck.
Oh, yeah, he was like, it's a lot of luck, and he's like, and you're seeing firsthand what's kind of happening with our family. I'm out on the road. Is this what you want? Because he was more or less kind of like, he didn't say don't go this direction, but he was kind of trying to tell him, you might not want to follow these steps.
Yeah.
Unless you're really sure about it.
Right. It's like anybody pursuing their dream, they have the dream. Sure. And a lot of times nobody thinks about the realness.
Of course.
Or the down and dirty stuff that goes along with.
You just think of all the good things that come out of it, but then there's the other end of it that you have to know and be aware of. Sure.
Yeah. So, got out of that, ended up...
now we know where his music ability came from.
Yeah, right.
All that time, I'm like, now it makes sense.
That's where they got the cowbell skills.
And the goulet.
Robert Goulet.
But yeah, I was really impressed learning that story about him. It was really cool.
But yeah, we won't give too much time here. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff on Will Ferrell.
There's so much.
But we'll go ahead and get into our list.
Sure.
We'll kick it off at number 7. You want to start it off?
Okay. For those of you who can't see me, I'm swaying my head. Night at the Roxbury with our friend Chris Kattan.
When I saw that movie, I was probably 5th grade.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yep. But I just lost it. Like, it was so funny. I didn't get half the innuendos that were in that movie, but it was still funny to me.
Oh, and then like the SNL skits, before the movie, it's like they're just hanging at the bar. You want to dance? You want to dance?
Yeah.
Huh? The Jim Carrey skit?
That was hilarious.
Hands down, one of the funniest ones.
It would have been. It made me imagine, like, what would it be like if Jim Carrey was in the movie?
Yeah. And we saw it. It was.
That probably would have been way too much.
At the time, yeah, it might have been. It might have been overload. The comedy gods might have said, "Yeah, this is too much." Boom. And then you got the song "What Is Love" by Hideaway. I mean, that was just great song. It's heard so many times.
It was a banger, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hysterical movie. The wardrobe. These guys are wearing cheesy Gucci suits, and they're working in a floral store.
You'll never forget, or you'll never guess who's next to us in line. Emilio Estevez, the Mighty Ducks man. I swear to God.
Emilio. It's like, oh my God. Oh, it's Richard Grieco. I mean, it's just
21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things.
It's such
on
a
there.
cheesy comedy. Let's just put it that for what it is. It is really cheesy.
Oh,
but
for
it's
sure.
so damn funny.
Most comedies are like cheesy.
True.
I mean,
there's different types.
yeah, definitely. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of it's cheese has a lot to do with making people laugh. I mean, that's kind of part of it. Cheese.
Yes.
But yeah, that was fun. It was fun seeing Molly Shannon doing that. Yeah, it was great.
Right.
Okay. All right, number
You want 6? Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Obviously, I just gave it away, but Elf.
Yeah.
This was one of those things where it's just a natural fit for Will Ferrell. You got the overtop craziness and sprinkle a little Christmas dust on there, and you got yourself a hit.
Right. And I picture the moment in the movie where he's sitting on Bob Newhart's lap and I die. Like, yeah, you were born to play Buddy the Elf. I mean, you're literally on his butt.
I just want to say, I mean, the way Will Ferrell was in, at the North Pole, surrounded by that's how I feel every day in life. I'm usually a foot to 2 feet taller than most people. I don't know about 2 feet, but I just feel that way. I've taken showers in hotel bathrooms and stuff sometimes, and it looked like that scene where he's trying to take a shower in Elf. I'm just sitting there just trying to throw some water up at myself.
So you haven't been to Asia lately then? I would just wonder how the bathrooms would treat you there.
They would treat me like Godzilla over there, probably.
Giant. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I like that movie a lot. It gives me a lot of joy and cheer every Christmas.
Such a great message. It's such a feel-good movie. Like James
Great
Caan,
cast,
he's
yeah.
just...
I was about to say James Caan's in it. Chloe Deschanel.
Yeah.
That was the first role I think I saw her in. And it was kind of weird because she's blonde in that. So
right.
I didn't quite put that together till years later. But
right.
It's funny how a hairstyle can change everything, right?
Sure.
Right. But,
and of course, that would have been, again, all these movies, we bantered back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for us to put Elf at 6, I mean, I kind of feel bad. I mean, but I know with the rest of our list, and you're like, how much that movie means to you. Of course.
I mean, it's one of those it's great things. You know,
Sure.
that's the hard thing about putting our list together. You know, we have certain sentimental values and stuff to our own list that we did. We did like 10 each, and then basically narrowed it down to what movies were actually on both lists and kind of went from there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really like this next movie. You want to lead us into it?
The Other Guys. And it has been a while since I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny.
I think it's hilarious.
I truly feel like the chemistry between these two. Obviously, we see more films between Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. It's just they have magic.
Great chemistry.
They have great chemistry.
Great chemistry.
Hands
I mean,
down.
obviously, you can see like even on the BBC doing the dad joke thing, and then we're sitting there trying to make each other crack.
I mean,
Epic.
Mark Wahlberg looks at Will Ferrell and he says, "You're the poor man's Mike Myers." Died.
I got thrown for a loop when they were saying, you know, it's like, you're so old. The color of the rainbow was black and white.
He's like, if I had a choice between eating a Wahlburger and a dead fish, I'm going to eat the dead fish. He was so taken by that. But see, they can have that insult game. They're friends.
Yeah.
They're respected colleagues, and that was just another.
Yeah, they must have that like it's that one thing they can connect with each other really well because they're kind of in their own lane and they're both highly successful.
And then once
lanes.
they go down that sarcasm road,
right,
it kind of works for both of them. Yeah,
they play very well together. I just like the fact that Mark Wahlberg's character in that movie, you know, shot Derek Jeter.
Right? It's like he's just the obnoxious
He's
cop.
a biracial angel. That and you got The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson starting it off, you know, and they just do the fucking balls to the walls like, I'm going to save the day jumping off a fucking building. It's like
go for it.
It's the only way to go, I guess, if you're doing it that hard all the time. So,
right. I
don't know. But yeah, a super funny movie.
True.
Obviously, they're in our list. If you haven't checked them out, you definitely should. If you're not a fan of Will Ferrell, you're probably not listening still.
Or you're not watching this.
Right, exactly.
You're not listening, you're not watching.
And chances are you've probably seen all these. So
yeah, true.
Whatever.
That's all right. And he's got a lot of material coming up.
Yeah,
coming 21. He's got like 15 projects, so this guy is not stopping anytime soon. No. What do you want to do at 4?
Number 4 is Get Hard. And I think it's hilarious because it's the first movie that me and my wife saw together in the theaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we were dating.
Your first date?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
First date. We
So Get Hard was yours.
Yeah.
I've told you mine, I think. I don't know if I was familiar with it. Team America. Yeah.
Okay.
My wife will attest to this. She loved it. It was her first date.
That's awesome.
We double dated.
That's how you knew, right?
I knew she was the one.
Well, yeah, we love that movie. Will Ferrell plays this, kind of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Where you're oblivious to, I guess I could use that word, but
A boss.
no, he's just completely oblivious to his.
Because he doesn't know how to connect with everybody else. He's a gazillionaire.
I guess that would be
very, very rich, very
a perfect
successful.
way to say privileged.
Yeah,
that's the best way to use that one.
You could definitely use that.
So he doesn't understand common people's problems and stuff.
No.
And it's not really any fault of his own. He just doesn't know any better. Yeah,
it's his environment. It's what he knows. It's his lifestyle.
Yeah, so he runs into Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart ends up getting kind of slighted by Will a little bit in the movie, and they end up kind of working together. Yeah. And Kevin Hart gets him ready for prison. It's got to get him hard.
Working to get him ready for prison.
Yeah.
Mayo.
Oh, Mayo. Obviously.
Definitely interesting how that all goes down.
Yeah.
As far as mentally, physically preparing someone to go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Let that resonate. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah.
Well, the great thing about it is toward the end of it, he's ready.
Okay. He's got it
go.
all down. He's like, I went through the checklist. I'm going to go ahead and bounce somebody in prison if they mess with me now. Because literally before, he's like, he couldn't even look at someone.
Yeah.
Give me your food.
I'm going to pop in an awesome insult he has for the yard right here.
I'm going to punch you in the fuck. I'm going to make you my bitch's bitch. You're going to be my grand bitch. Yeah, you're about to get 20 likes on InstaFuck. If I see you around here again, I'm going to put a hashtag on your ass and see how many hits it gets.
Out. There you go.
So awesome.
I love that guy.
Yep.
But yeah, now we're in the top 3, and these are obviously
this is where it gets good.
Obviously, in the list, everybody's going to really kind of differ on a lot, and even these last 3 probably, regardless of order, I think all 3 of these movies are equally awesome. They all have their own standalone, right?
No question about that, buddy.
Well, yeah, what we got for number 3?
Talladega Nights.
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Go fast, turn left.
If you ain't first, you're last. Well, yeah. Talk about roles that Will Ferrell was meant to play. I mean, he nailed the head on this so hard.
And then the like little pitch ads that they do.
Mm-hmm.
For the deodorant, the knife. I mean, it's just like,
I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
You know, and his character, like, he lets his kids
Maxi Pad, the official tampon in NASCAR.
He lets his kids just run wild on the grandfather. Yeah, and then the granny ends up putting the kids in their place. Mm-hmm. You know, through his trials and tribulations. But I mean, this movie just.
Oh yeah!
Help me, Tom Cruise. No, you're not on fire, Ricky. You're not on fire.
Help me, Jewish God.
Right. I mean, the puns in the movie they're just out of control. Absolutely 100% out of control.
I like when he gets with the redhead at the end. It's like, are we about to get it on? Because I'm as hard as a diamond in an ice storm right now. Oh, yeah. He works with John C. Reilly in this movie, and those two are
again another chemistry just fucking duo. Colossal. Again, just
it's a match made in heaven in comedy world with those two. Anytime you get them on screen, even on a movie I'll mention a little later, I mean, their chemistry together on this movie is awesome, but it just didn't turn out to be a good movie. But I'll get into that later.
That's just I love Talladega Nights. Just music, just acting, everyone that participated in this is just great. Everything, from the little person to the big person in this whole movie, it's just so funny.
Oh my god.
The hospital scene, I mean, no, you
don't you stick that knife in your leg, Ricky Bobby.
I mean, he's trying to get his drive back. I mean, he's trying to feel it in his plums.
That's the thing about Will Ferrell is there's so many like quotable stuff. Like we'll always banter back and forth just random quotes from his movies. Right. I mean, it's definitely not going to be lost on me. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's going to be dead and gone in the future, and if I'm still kicking, I'm still throwing Will Ferrell quotes at you from any and every movie he's done.
All day.
Oh, we got a number 2.
It's up to you.
Oh yeah, it is me.
Yeah.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Anchorman. Speaking, I mean, obviously another role. Couldn't have had a better person do it. I mean, can you imagine just anybody else playing any of these roles? I mean, on any of these top 3? Nobody. I mean,
no one in this cast for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The people they put in place were the only people that were going to be perfect in this movie.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Paul Rudd killed it.
Christina Applegate was exceptional.
Oh, what the fuck? The camera went off. Merch is available. We've been having camera issues. Here's where we fucked up, Paul.
Okay.
We said a couple episodes ago that, we actually managed to get through an episode without having a single problem, without anything going wrong. Well, it turned out Paul's face was out of focus the entire time for the last 2 episodes. So his whole camera we've used for him it's been useless, basically. So I've been taking our little GoPro center shot and just zooming in and out on our faces.
I got my phone with me. You want me to put that on the tripod?
It's very possible. We might have to do that. But hopefully I'll get that fixed. Anyway, back to the fucking thing. Oh, that's why we're over our time. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
New kids on the block just called. And they talked to Ace. And they wanted you as a backup dancer, but they chose Ace.
All right, we're back. Hopefully all of our shit works this time. Gosh, definitely doing the old grassroots thing.
It's okay.
Yeah. We're still learning, folks. We're still learning.
So back to number 2.
Yeah, Anchorman.
Yeah.
Kind of wrapping that whole thing up.
Yes.
I don't know what we recorded and what we didn't, so...
I'll add kind of a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not that funny, but maybe.
Yeah.
But when I was in broadcast journalism, I did some directing.
Yeah.
My first year in news, and I'm sure my friends might be listening to this, but I'll just be very professional when I'm going to say this. But we had someone in our news office who was an anchor. She was very good. Mm-hmm. But it was almost a test where she would kind of read what was on there, and through it like a dry test run before one of our shows, I inserted. At the time, go F yourself, Michigan. And she said, she's like, who put that in there? And I'm like, me. I'm like, I can't believe you actually did it. I'm like, good thing. This would have been, I would have lost my job probably at that point if that would have went out, a little station and, So we did the one test run because we had all sorts of problems going on that year. You think our technical stuff is bad right now? Oh, tried directing a telethon with one microphone.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I had all sorts of technical difficulties on a live event.
That sucks.
Yeah, it did suck. But anyway,
See, I get anxiety thinking of like us doing a live show right now because I was like, I don't know if I have the know-how for all that.
You're okay. You just keep that about halfway full, and I think you're okay. I think everything will be good. But anyway, yeah. Back to Anchorman. So many incredible moments to this movie. So many incredible actors. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is just about the brawl scene. You got everybody from each news organization.
Have a lot of guest cameos
Right.
there. Ben Stiller coming out there. Vince Vaughn.
Vince
Vaughn. Mantooth. It was awesome.
They're like, but make sure before we start this, we establish our ground rules. No shots to the face, guys. None.
No.
Anywhere else, but the face is off limits.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
do that. Try
funny
going
thing
into a fight. Just be like, yeah, hit me anywhere, but not here.
That's the moneymaker, you know.
Right.
I got Paul a Anchorman board game. Well, it's not a board game, but it's a little game.
Oh, it was so much
we
fun.
played it and it was
hysterical.
So great.
The timer is the Sex Panther cologne bottle.
Put a little picture up right here. But it was great. It's funny because it's a 60-second timer, and 60% of the time it
works every time.
But yeah, I mean, you have Steve Carell, kind of. It's one of his more earlier, Brick Tamlin. It's one of his earlier roles.
I like lamb. I like lamp. I like lamp. I like slacks.
But yeah, him and I mentioned Paul Rudd. He did his real thing. Christina Applegate's in it, and David Koresh. How do you say his last name? Koresh?
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry, man, if you ever see this, but
I love whammy.
Yeah, I love that dude. He's great in everything he does.
But there is there is truth to that movie, as far as like true story aspect. I mean, as far as because of the time,
it's kind of based off.
Because Christina Applegate's character, Veronica Cornston, she is basically it's almost like an adaptation of a true story, because at the time there weren't any female lead news anchors, so they wrapped that into to the movie.
Gotcha.
She's going to be on the primetime network, and that's obviously that made Ron Burgundy feel threatened, and
they kind of run the comedy lane.
Right. It's just all men. It was an all-men news organization.
Themselves.
So it's like if you get the woman on there, it's like her role might be limited to doing, like a stupid story.
Little fluff pieces.
Little fluff piece with a little, little squirrel on the,
jet ski.
On the jet ski, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was some truth to the movie.
Yeah.
In that essence,
Such a funny movie.
It is.
Yeah. We'll go on to our number.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, good. One.
Oh, you get this one because I had number 2.
Prestige Worldwide.
Why?
Or better known as Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is hands down, I think, the best Will Ferrell movie. That is obviously a subjective thing, but I honestly, I don't think we're gonna get a better comedy from Will Ferrell than Step Brothers. I mean,
you and I quote this movie almost every day.
Almost every day. Yeah. Fucking every day. I'll make you lick that white dog shit.
But I just want to go the back way home. Can we just avoid the mean kids?
I put white out on a bee and it died.
No, if you just would have taken the back road, we wouldn't have to deal with this.
Oh, man. Did you trust my drum set? Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops. But it's just the perfect thing. They run the whole story of 40-year-old men still living at home,
unemployed,
still acting
living
like
at
they're
home.
teenagers.
They're children.
I mean, and it's great. And the culmination of everything in the movie, at the end, they get to basically be themselves. Yeah. And, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So just for the fact
that, wine
right, just for the fact that 2 grown-ass men get in trouble, and then they're like, well, part of your punishment is no Shark Week. And those guys lose their shit. Grown-ass men.
This house is a fucking prison on planet bullshit. In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
All of that. I mean, there's so many things, obviously, to the point where they go through their downfalls because they're getting kicked out. They got nothing else to do. Got to get regular 9-to-5 jobs, and they're absolutely miserable.
Yeah, we can't not mention Will Ferrell's angelic voice on this movie. Yeah. I mean, they talk him up the entire time, and at the end, you just get to hear him just belt it out. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. Well, I know this is about Will Ferrell, but I have to boost some John C. Reilly on this one.
Yeah.
He plays the drums. What you see on the actual movie is him doing a drum solo. Now, I will say, it was probably a pre-recorded drum solo,
Sure.
but he performed it all the same.
It's bad, man.
I
Both
mean,
of them can play drums.
it makes me wonder if that set that was on there was actually the D drum set, because it's the same kit that 80s band was using that was at his house. I don't know. It's one of those things like a lot of people won't notice.
Good observation. I didn't even think.
Man, I pay attention to that shit. But I mean, I thought it was one of those like earlier renditions of like the face swap technology, because at some point he's sitting there getting after it, and it almost looks like they had like
CG'd his face.
Yeah, CG hit his face on top of somebody's body, and I was just blown away to that I found out that he was actually doing that shit. I was like, dude, he's very musical.
So convincing, but yeah. And same with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Again, I think they're all part of a club.
Right. I mean, to be that awesome, you have to have a lot of talents, right?
Yeah. Hands down. I mean, where do you think he learned how to play the flute?
Aqualung. Jesus. I love it.
That's heavy metal right there. Don't you ever forget it.
Right.
Jethro Tull, my A.
You eat that cat shit. I deserve this.
So that's our 7.
Yeah, that's our top 7 that we put together.
Considering, again, a lot of could be flip-flops, but
yeah, there was a lot that were on my list that we're including in this. Same with Paul, just because, we're trying to, combine the two and flow it together.
Now we're going to go ahead and give you the bottom 3.
Yeah.
And again, our opinions only on this. You may have seen these, you may not have. What do you have for 3?
Everything Must Go. Now, I'm saying this just because I'm not saying it was a bad movie. No. What I'm saying is basically like,
this might be the least of what we're going to pull out if we're going to watch.
Yeah, I was like, I'm probably not gonna ever watch that movie again.
Is that wrong?
I mean, we're both married now, so I don't think we had to worry about that.
God, you're stupid, Paul. I think I just need to relax. Shit.
No, Everything Must Go is it's definitely one of those more serious roles that Will Ferrell has done, and just like Adam Sandler, I still haven't seen Uncut Gems, so what I'm about to say probably doesn't make sense because I heard a lot of great things about Uncut Gems, and of course Punch Drunk Love was good, and I like Spanglish as well. But
me too.
I understand as an artist you have to do certain things, but just from an audience member perspective, I would say like kind of, it sounds stupid to say this, but stay in your lane. That's kind of like, I don't know if, I think that's too harsh of a thing to say because I'm not going to tell. I like people trying different things.
I was going to say, I kind of disagree with that just because that's like, I see what you're saying where he's good at where he is, but that's like kind of giving an example like, hey, the music that you play, you are only playing that. You stay in your lane. You're not changing anything up. You want to do something like a metal Sinatra bit or something? I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
No, stay in your lane.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think it's too harsh to say that. And
True.
it's not exactly what I'm looking for to say there, but that's all I have at the moment. But I'm just saying it was just too off the wall for his
it was total change.
His portfolio of work
is comedy.
It was just so out of left field kind of thing because it seriously is a bummer of a movie.
It is. It's a good movie, but it's a very sad, depressing movie.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Will Ferrell doesn't have the acting chops to pull off something like that. Sure can.
Right. It's just
Stranger Than Fiction. You said you hadn't seen that one, but he did a really great job in that.
Yeah.
And it was not that hilarious. There wasn't a whole lot of funny moments in that movie. But I was just saying with that one, it made it to our list because, like I just said, I'm probably not going to watch it ever again.
No.
It was once was enough for me on that one. But what we got number 2?
I got Holmes and Watson.
This was what I mentioned earlier. John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell together, a comedy gold. And you would think having them together in this, like probably everybody who threw money into this movie thought it was going to be another.
Right.
It was like a continuation almost of Step Brothers.
Right.
Which it just.
The film companies were like, sure, look at the success we've had with the other films.
Now, I will say, them two together in this movie, it had great comedy moments throughout. They had all the great punchlines in it. They had them two beautifully working together. You know, the chemistry was awesome. The problem is the movie itself sucked.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't, it didn't have a strong enough backbone, is what I'm basically trying to say.
Sure. You can only do so much with the comedy sketches and a couple things, but if your plot, if the story just doesn't, the substance isn't there.
I will say it was kind of unfair how it was painted when it first came out, saying, you know, there were so many like headlines and stuff, people just walking out of it and not even finishing it. Like, you're going to see a Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly movie. You're not going in there to see a fucking Oscar-nominated film or
so
something like that.
Kind of adjust your expectations.
Like, lower the bar a little. I mean, it's supposed to be funny,
right?
You know,
right.
People walking in there like they're expecting to see the next Titanic movie or something. Oh my God, what is this? You know, I mean, is
that your Valley Girl?
No, my Valley Girl is like, oh my God, where's my sunglasses? I got your sunglasses right here.
That's pretty good,
lady.
Ron. It's good.
You know, maybe I might try my hand at voice acting one of these days.
What?
And don't get me wrong, I have like 3 characters. My normal voice might be
3 more
one
than
of
I
them,
have.
you know. But yeah.
Anyway, all right.
I was just like the whole thing with how they rate movies and stuff, especially with
they
Rotten
marketed the
Tomatoes
movie and everything, and they didn't do anything wrong on the picture front. They did everything they did. It's just I just didn't think there was enough.
Say this right
substance.
now. Stop fucking looking at fucking Rotten Tomatoes. They're a poison to the art of film. They're fucking wrong all the time. Come on.
Damn, I thought you were going to go lunge at the camera for a minute.
It pisses me off, man.
I'm
just saying.
I'm
like,
sorry.
They judge the fuck out of all these great movies, give it a bad rating.
Right. Fair enough.
It's...
All right, you want to go to the big turd then? Number 1?
Big turd, number 1.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah, you're the big turd. Let's go.
Whoa. I'm just saying this. I put, as we were going through this again, the number 1 I have is Land of the Lost. For me, I didn't even go see it in the theater. I'm sorry.
Definitely not.
But I do remember renting it, watching it, and getting bored and just disgusted within probably about a half hour of it, and I turn it off.
Yeah.
I
love Will Ferrell. For
what it's worth, I
love Will Ferrell. You know, that's what kept me to finish the movie, I think. But also, you had the newcomer Danny McBride in it, and I fucking love Danny McBride. Yeah. I might like Danny McBride more than I do Will Ferrell. That's hard to say, but I've said it millions of times. Danny McBride is my spirit animal.
Kenny Powers.
He's so great.
I love Kenny Powers.
But yeah, it's just I didn't care for that movie that much. And I'm not going to say it's a complete turd of a movie because like I can see it being more targeted for like a younger audience.
Right.
You know, because that was kind of the whole Land of the Lost kind of scheme.
Of course.
But I think it was too much of a tug of war with trying to get a newer young audience and still trying to hit the nostalgia of the older audience with the old TV show.
It just, for me, it missed the grade.
Yeah.
I've never turned any of his movies off. I just was not entertained with it. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back and we'll kind of go over some of his more of our like highlights of like TV appearances, skits, SNL, all that jazz. We'll be right back.
Fussy eating habits. Oh, right, Margaret. You wanted prime rib. Here's the deal. The Palm wasn't taking reservations. And I didn't want to try Morton's because I understand they have a new chef. So for now, let's just go with the Alpo, okay? I know it's not your first choice, but keep in mind, you're a fucking dog.
She has dumps like a truck, what? It got me singing again. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Whoops. Whoopsie. Sorry, guys.
Just in case I don't want to put that in here. All right.
Hey, welcome back, guys.
But just kind of want to drop some honorable mentions real quick on some of the movies that he's in. No particular order per se. I'm just going to kind of throw some out there. Daddy's Home 1 and 2. Love both of those movies. It's Daddy's Home 2 is mentioned in our Christmas episodes. One of my favorite Christmas movies.
And I recently saw Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
That's pretty awesome.
I saw the first one a while ago and rewatched it. I have a newfound appreciation. Like, this might actually be in my Christmas rotation next year. Yeah, no, I'm serious. It might just be Bad Santa, National Lampoons, and Daddy's Home 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, we also got Blades of Glory, where Will Ferrell plays, was it John Michaels or something like that? He tears his role up. I love it. But The Campaign with Zach Galifianakis.
Yep.
Those two are another great chemistry.
Yep.
I'd love
I'm a big
to
fan
see
of
that.
Zach.
Yeah. I'm so surprised we don't see him in a whole lot nowadays. Like,
Maybe,
I wish
maybe he made a bunch of money. I don't know.
I mean, I know he's doing some TV shows.
Yeah. I want more Ferns.
Yeah.
More Fern movies.
22 Fern. That was great. You know, obviously The Hangover's already done.
Oh, God,
the trilogy of that's gone, but like, he definitely needs to be out there and doing more roles like that. I think it would be great. But anyways, moving along. The House, I thought that was a great movie. Paul, not so much.
I didn't really
but
care.
I thought it was really fun.
I'm not a big Amy Poehler fan. It's just me. I don't know. She's good.
I like Amy Poehler, but yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, not everything she does is that awesome.
Again,
but she's still great.
People disagree.
I gotta love Parks and Rec. Perfect.
True. Very good.
Ron Swanson and all.
Ron Swanson.
Yeah, I loved his little quote that I had to throw it out poker night the other night. We were talking about dogs and stuff, and I was like, any dog that's under 50 pounds is a cat and useless. Yeah. Anyways.
Terrible, Ron.
And we've covered this movie already with the podcast, but Old School. That's definitely up there with us. We just didn't want to throw it in there since we've already done. We already kind of lead on like we love that movie. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So we didn't include that. Some little feature roles that he's done in other movies that it's just awesome seeing him in that movie.
We love it.
It does really stand out a lot. Wedding Crashers, for example. Chad or whatever. He comes out there.
What an obnoxious SOB, dude.
Right.
Come on, man.
The meatloaf.
Well, besides that, it's just like, yeah, man, you're just picking up chicks at funerals. Yeah. He died from a hang gliding accident. Oh, yeah, I just got this one today.
Yeah. It's like, grief is the most awesome aphrodisiac.
Jackass.
Yeah. The Goods. He jumps out of an airplane. Instead of having a parachute, he grabs the wrong backpack and it's full of dildos and sex toys. Well, let me use this dildo. Hopefully it'll cushion my fall. I never knew it was going to end like this, but part of me always knew it would.
Nothing better than a bunch of dildos dropping from the sky.
Right. And obviously we can't not mention Zoolander. You know, he played the villain.
Oh my God, they're breakdance fighting.
That's so hot right now. He was also in The Ladies' Man, which is an old movie now in context, but he was kind of the bad guy of that movie too. Wanting to wrestle naked with him. He was obviously gay, but it never came to clue.
Nope.
Anyways, he established himself from going in the Groundlings onto SNL, and dude soared. Like, he had so many great characters.
We don't have enough time to go over.
I think he's probably one of the greatest SNL cast members. I mean, he has 2 like SNL greatest hits kind of thing.
I have them at home.
Right, I have them too. But yeah, he was great on that show. And a lot of his skits will just stand the test of time, kind of like Chris Farley's Down by the River thing. That'll always be in our hearts, and that'll live on.
Strategery.
Right.
He says strategery.
I know one of Paul's favorite ones is the Garth Brooks and the Devil.
I love the the Garth Brooks and the Devil is my favorite.
Yeah. ultimately he's like, yeah, never mind. I can do this
Devil
myself.
can't even write a good song. It's just terrible. And it inspires him to go, you know what? Devils can't write love songs. I got this.
Right. We got the Robert Goulet skit.
Goulet
had me dying laughing. Will Ferrell's probably like the only white guy that could say the N-word on national TV.
And he did on that too.
Twice.
And he was singing the thong song.
Yeah, he straight up just did it, and he's like the only one who can get by with it because it's a sketch one, and it's literally just repeating lyrics. That would never fly nowadays because I don't know. People lose context of things now, and there's just too much drama going on.
You just can't do it.
Yeah.
No.
I still wish we could work past it and get to a point where we can just find everything funny.
Right. How about the cowbell?
That's one of my favorite.
Hands down,
one of my favorite.
And it's one of my favorite skits that has Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
He plays what was considered the famous music producer, Bruce Dickinson.
Hey, leave us a comment below if you're watching on YouTube, or send us an email at info at
thunderrooster.com.
Yeah, thunderrooster.com. I need to lay off the sauce. But yeah, let us know. That just gave me a great idea. Would you want us to do one of these over Christopher Walken? I think that would be awesome. But at the same time, his material's kind of old. So
yeah, right.
I don't know. I think it's old, and if Paula thinks it's old, then it's definitely old.
It's old.
Let us know.
We'll see. Yeah,
but yeah,
great skit with the whole cowbell.
It was perfect.
Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. I mean, it's a great song. I didn't even think Chris Kattan's playing in there. I think he looked like he was playing guitar. Don't quote me on that during the.
They're definitely not playing at all, but he might actually be a guitar player and just know the chords. And stuff, so
true. Yeah,
there's always that.
But you need more cowbell. At the end of the day, if there's not enough, just add it.
That's one of those skits, and it makes me nostalgic from the point when I was growing up and stuff, before the internet was a huge thing. Everybody really only had so many channels to watch, and everybody was kind of, we were able to communicate with each other because we've seen most of the same stuff. We always have something to talk about. Right. When there was something that was good, a majority of the country was all backing it, and you just hear like, what was a flop back in the day is what's amazingly the best thing ever on TV right now. Because there were shows that were canceled because they only got like 8 million viewers per night.
That's nuts.
And now they're just scrambling just to get like a few million.
Well, yeah, because there's so many other options to get your mediums, and everyone's going this way.
I wonder if that's what's really like dividing us the most.
It is.
The fact that we don't really have common ground anymore.
Well, no, because there's so many different ways to get your information.
Yeah.
Movies, film, news. It doesn't matter.
This would be a nice little subject to have when we come across.
I got a note from Nielsen.
I
got a note from Nielsen last week, and I was like, I don't want you to watch what I'm watching. Okay, I don't want your dollar. Take it.
Right.
You guys spy on us enough as it is. I don't need anyone doing that. But it was like second letter in probably 2 months. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, yeah, from we can't go on leave SNL without talking about him doing the George Bush impressions.
Of course.
Nailed it. And he nailed it so hard that he ended up actually putting out a comedy special or /play. It's called You're Welcome, America. And he's in the George Bush character the entire act. And oh my God, it was hilarious. Get off.
It is so great.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Mission accomplished. Yeah.
Oh, Connie.
Okay.
Condoleezza Rice.
And then that's great. And then the Jeffrey's clothing store. Still, that was a debater for me because I watched that and I watched people break character. I watched Jimmy Fallon laugh.
Yeah, that's the best when they break character.
The laughing right then and there. Sean Hayes, he can't keep it together. Horatio Sands can't keep it together. Yeah. And it's just like they go there, a couple of these guys are working in the department store. They don't want to deal with these stupid customers. And he comes in. I still don't know if he's like the owner of the store or is he like a fashion guru at that point. But he just comes in there with his scooter and he just goes, pack your bags to Milan, boys. oh wait, I gotta take this call. And he pulls out the world's smallest phone. And they're dying right there. And I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. It's so damn funny.
Yeah, there was
a lot of, I think there was a lot of impromptu, improv stuff going on in there. And it was just, oh my God,
I mean, Will Ferrell's a master improv actor. Like, I think,
but I just love it. Like,
great.
Even though he can try to get other people to break character, when he starts to break it,
we'll lead that one right into our next subject. There, we're talking about Eastbound and Down, which Will Ferrell's actually the executive producer of.
Yes,
and he only has like a 5-episode streak as an actual actor on the show. Well, he plays Ashley Schaefer, and he's just like a sleazy car dealership owner.
Sleazy.
But yeah, they go into the whole improv thing about the plums.
It makes feeling my plums.
And he's just got Craig Robinson just dying.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market. Special 2 plums for 1.
Like, he's right deep down in my plums with their bluest hue. Me and my wife were making beautiful, violent love. And our son walked in. My wife says, "No, get out." And I'm like, "No, let him watch." Maybe I'll cut that out and just put the actual scene in there. But
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he learned from his father.
I don't know if I did it justice or not. But.
The one thing I didn't think about, just since we just talked about Daddy's Home, maybe this just wasn't something I was aware of because I was, single family home. But the scene about the thermostat, where they were like, "You don't touch the thermostat," period.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised
I might have missed out.
It wasn't thing. I thought it was everybody's family was like this, but
no, in my house it was like the more heat the better. I'm like, oh man, we better scale the bill back there.
It was a rule of the land, Our thermostat was said, if you raise it any higher during the winter time, you're talking about a big bill at the end of the month. Which I completely understand now.
But I mean, just the way that they were like, look, bitch, bow down, turn that thing down right now, no more.
I just like how John Lithgow's character was just like, "Oh my gosh, you didn't tell her about the thermostat?"
Right?
Like, just freaking out.
85 is insane.
Insane for anything. Like,
I'm going to leave my window open.
Nursing homes are turned up that high, but, Jesus.
I sleep with my window open. Close the window, girl. Before you get some of that. Right?
Well, he also, Will Ferrell also has a double ganger. His name is Chad Smith and happens to be in a very famous rock band known as Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Or the lukewarm Chili Peppers.
Oh my God. But Chad Smith and him have a little drum off on, was it Jimmy Kimmel's?
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
My bad.
So funny.
Oh yeah. Obviously, Will Ferrell's not playing the drum parts. I'm not sure if it's Questlove, I think that's his name, the drummer of Jimmy Fallon's band.
That's the Roots.
Yeah, but the drummer, I think his name's like something.
No, it's Questlove. You're right.
Questlove. Okay.
I don't pronounce it. I always mess it up.
I'm not sure if Chad Smith is playing the actual drum parts that Will Ferrell's trying to play, and they just don't show him on the camera.
Could be the miracle of television.
Yeah,
good point. I didn't
you
think
can obviously see that Will Ferrell's not actually playing the drums.
He looked like he was.
I can't. Yeah, I'm a drummer. All
right, well then you tell
that's probably why.
So you tell me straight. Then
maybe he pulled it off to where people who didn't play couldn't notice.
I thought he thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a little clip right here so we can see.
Take that, funny man! Well, looks like baby learned how to play the drums.
But yeah. So he also started up a comedy website known as Funny or Die. Yeah, Funny or Die. And their first little viral skit was a landlord.
It was the best viral skit.
Where I think it's Adam McKay's daughter.
Yes.
Pearl.
Little cute Pearl.
So she's sitting there like throwing all kinds of cuss words at him. It's like, pay me my money. I need to go drink or something like that. It's great.
He's like, I will get the money to you in a couple weeks. I'm just falling under hard times. I need my money. And I need it now. I need to get my drink on. But he's looking down at a child and he's like, you're scaring me, Pearl. You're scaring me. That was something else, man. When that came out,
yeah,
everyone was censoring it. Then there were other people doing their own takes on it because we couldn't watch the unedited version anymore. I mean, It was.
All right. So obviously, Will Ferrell's got some awards and whatnot. Got Comedian of the Year for 2015. Doesn't specify anything. And got a British GQ Man of the Year.
How about the gross on his films? I mean, we're talking $2.5 billion.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Get to that real quick. He was so many nominations for MTV Movie Awards. He got the Mark Twain Prize.
That's a big deal.
For American humor.
That's a big deal.
And when he's accepting his little statue, he drops it and it shatters on the ground. Insert here. But yeah, he's just a very well received comedian, that's for sure.
Mm.
There's a couple of movies of his that I still haven't seen yet, so if they should be on the list, I'm sorry, but like Downhill, haven't seen that yet. Haven't seen Eurovision yet.
Mm-mm.
Just after I watched Holmes and Watson, I was kind of leery about what I should watch from him. But all right, so that's what we got on our Will Ferrell episode. We hope everybody likes it. We're trying out something new, so if you guys don't really care for it, let us know, and we'll change course. I just thought it'd be cool to do just an actor and kind of go through their movies a little bit
instead of just giving just the same boring plot line.
Yeah, like here's the movie, here's who's in it,
born
the plot
here,
line.
He did this, he did that.
You can get all that by going online.
You can find that yourself, right?
Yeah,
right,
exactly. So,
right.
But anyways, we'll be right back, and we'll
clips of the week, baby.
Our new clips of the week section. Woo! It's gonna be good. All right, we'll be back.
See you in a few.
Fucker.
All right, we're back. We're going to do our little clip segment. We don't have a real name for it. We're still fishing around for that.
Yes.
If you want to suggest something, maybe you can say, oh, you're ripping off other people by putting clips and reacting to them, but I don't care. We might call it that. Ripping off other people with clips.
We'll come up with something.
We might actually.
We'll come up with something.
But anyways,
good,
I'm going to start off with mine.
Start me off, yeah.
I'm going to say that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play you one my wife picked out.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty funny.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Wait! Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Canadians, maybe?
Hey.
All right. Do you want to give a little build up into yours?
Well, yeah, okay.
Or even if you can just give it a little short.
So
name.
basically, we all, with our smartphones, if you have Apple or if you have Google, you got Siri, you got Cortana or whatever, you guys have fun with the search engines. You have fun with the Siri. Well, this guy had fun with Siri.
Oh, okay.
So that's all I want to say.
All right.
Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
Change my nickname.
Okay. What would you like me to call you? You would like me to call you. you Aaron.
Thank you.
No. It's like, okay, I'll keep calling you Aaron.
It was, I got that. It was like, I mean, my first thing I thought was Family Guy, and I was just, it's like I could totally see myself trying that out and go, oh, what the hell?
I thought it was going to be like one of those things where it starts doing it as like some kind of melody to
Sure.
a thing. It's like,
Right.
all right, this was something I found. It did it did have like a little meme-esque type thing to it. So it said, me preparing for 2021. It's not over.
My plums hurt, Ron.
Deep down in my blood.
It hurts. Oh my God. Why do they do that?
Oh, I don't even know.
Ugh.
I have no idea.
Oh God, when you first clicked the clip was a little loud, but once you put it in play and he hit him right in the nuts, I was like, oh man. Oh shit. My plums. Oh.
I have no idea why.
Oh.
And there was no context to this or anything. If anybody out there knows why, please do let us know in the comments below.
Oh my God.
My nuts hurt right
Yeah,
now, just from watching that.
Freaking 2x4.
Oh my gosh. For those of you listening, these are like, I don't know. I can't say monks, but some kind of like martial arts type
like some sort of
training,
like exhibition.
I mean, they're getting kicked in the nuts, barely flinching.
Is there like, I was like, because I see people in rows kind of like just getting hit. I'm like, is there someone orchestrating this?
People are just going up there. It looked like it was just random people off the street too. They're not in the gi like these guys are in. It just looked like somebody just walked up, tennis shoes and jeans, just started fucking just kicking them in the balls. And then at the end of it, you've got this mechanism. That's
Look at the guy in the moped.
The dude looks like he's about to crash into the other one. I don't know if that was movement or not, or what. We would play that back to see if it's actually moving. No, it doesn't show it. I think they're just spectating.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're in motion there, but it does look like they're about to crash.
Spectacles like testicles.
Oh my God.
Man. Ooh. I'm gonna go get some ice.
Right in the plums.
Wow, that was something.
Oh, yeah. I brought that to the table. I'm
Yeah.
still kind of shocked over it. I don't know. How could they do that? I guess they could, suck them up into their body. You know, maybe they were in cuffs. I don't know. Their dude was going to town on himself with a fucking brick. Did you see that? He was taking a brick, just.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Maybe it's some kind of preparation for some kind of afterlife sex.
Prove your manhood. Prove your worth. Sure.
Can't you just eat
Is that gonna get
spicy
you into
things
heaven?
like the rest of us?
Like that'll get you into heaven. Just keep nailing your nuts.
I don't know. Like I said, people, we need some why on this. I kind of get the how, but I might need that. I mean, I might need that too. Anyway, folks, that's our show for this week.
Thanks again. Hope you guys enjoyed.
We kind of flip-flopped our music and movie one on accident. Yeah. Sorry, that's a great start to the 2021 year. But yeah, me and Paula are, after we get off of the show here, we're going to brainstorm some stuff. We're going to try some really cool things this year, on location stuff, and as well as trying to figure out how we want to go about this. But thank you all for watching. If you're still hanging in there with us, we really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And keep coming back. Tell your friends about us. If you have social media and stuff, try and spread the word about us.
Thunderrooster.com.
Yeah, the only way we can do this is if we grow, and hopefully we'll start throwing some ads out there pretty soon. But yeah, thank you so much. If you can, shoot us an email, thunderrooster.com. We have a link there when you fill out your email address and stuff. Send us a message. Or just send us an email direct at info@thunderrooster.com, and we'll reply back to you. But definitely, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe, please. We have about 54% of our viewers are not subscribed, and we'd like to change that.
Please.
But yeah, thank you very much for hanging in there.
Happy New Year.
Enjoy this year. It's a new beginning.
Fresh start.
Yeah. So
can only go up.
We're gonna put our helmets on and just start rushing through, man.
Yep.
All right, everybody, stay safe.
Take it easy
and have a great New Year.
Peace.